She finds humor and fun in the ordinary and then passes it along to you so you can get on the laugh train. She loves to entertain. She has a new book called Fun, Essays on a Life Embraced. My guest is essayist, comedienne Aline Weiller. So nice to meet you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right, first question. How is it that you find joy, you say, in everything?
I find joy in the ordinary. That is right. Really, life has its ups and downs, but you just have to reframe circumstances and find that nugget of wisdom, that moment of joy, that little bit of light, because that's how you power through. That's how I power through life. And I love humor, and also that helps to get through some of those down parts of life. But I really find joy in just little moments. A conversation at CVS with someone where you share it,
right.
a joke in the line.
Right?
Exactly. So I think that's important to harness that, the small moments.
Tell me about some of the essays in your book. And it's interesting because one of them was about Debbie Reynolds and her daughter.
Oh yes, I love pop culture, and I am a Gen X person, and I love to sprinkle all sorts of stories about celebrities and family and things that have influenced me in my life. And that is one essay. It was when poor Debbie Reynolds and Carrie Fisher died 3 days apart. And I just thought that's a universal tale for any family, not just a celebrity family.
True.
And I just was sort of highlighting what that experience must have been like for their family and for fans. I have essays about doing stand-up in midlife. I have things about going to concerts, being a first-time mother, moving from the north to the south for a stint. So really universal, relatable experiences. But there's something for everybody.
Life stories. I think everybody can relate to that. All right, you say you're a born entertainer. You do stand-up. How did you get the nerve to do that the first time out?
Well, I'm a theater kid. My mom ran a drama school out of our home growing up, so the stage is my home. I was always a comedy fan, a super fan, going to improv shows in basements of churches, going to see, you know, fans paying that extra price for the meet and greet, not fans, stand-ups. And I took a class about 8-9 years ago at Ridgefield Playhouse and met all sorts of other people who had day jobs as well. And it was just a creative process and experience and so much fun to write. I was already a writer, so just kind of honing jokes, during the material in front of your peers, getting up and doing 5 minutes once a week, and then you have what's called, you know, a graduation show, much like someone's ballet recital. And you get up there and you're really born as a comic on stage. And so I've caught the bug, and I've been doing it quite a while now in Connecticut, New York, and it brings me joy, and I think to bring other people a chuckle also is a joyful experience.
In your material, what gets the biggest laughs?
I like to compare generations. I am a boy mom. I have 2 young adult sons. I talk about our childhood versus their childhood. There are many differences. You know, as you may recall, we used to play outside for 8 hours. That is certainly not their experience. You know, it was all pre-cell phones and internet and all of that, you know, good, clean fun. So that gets a chuckle from everybody because the moms can appreciate it, the kids kind of chuckle. So I guess I'd be considered a Gen X comic in that I do a lot of comparisons, but everybody's safe. I poke light fun, but it's all a love fest.
What do you want the reader to get from this book?
You know, I really like to thread in all of my essays a message of hope, just some sort of lesson learned. If you're going to spend a few minutes with me to read my pieces, I want you to come along for the ride to also learn something, some sort of growth. Again, there are all sorts of stories in there. There's one when I moved to Atlanta for 3 years, and I was a diehard New Yorker, but I came home sort of a Southern belle, a little bit softened. So
talk about juxtaposed.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. So just to come away with like a little chuckle, maybe some wistful feeling, some insight, really, and really to just connect and to relate. So that's the hope, and that's the word, really, to leave them on a note of hope.
Aline, thanks so much for bringing some joy into the room. We really appreciate it. We could all use it.
You got it. Happy to do it.
Thanks for being here. And if you'd like to know more about Aline Weiller and her new book, Fun Essays on a Life Embraced, go to WTNH.com or the News 8 app.